according to Lagos State drivers, they are embarking on strike by October 31, 2022. This was gathered from the Vanguard. So, the Joint Drivers Association of Nigeria (JD1) Lagos State chapter on Friday said their proposed 7 days running strike is meant to kick off on Monday, October 31, 2022, remains sacrosanct. The joint driver disclosed that in a press briefing which held at the Right House Adeni Jones, Ikeja, Lagos State, those expected to participate in the strike are drivers of minibus, Korope, coastal buses, Federal Mass Assist Transit, Mazda Bus, T4, LT, Ford, and cars who will remove their vehicles off Lagos roads for 1 week. Addressing the press conference, the lead counsel of the drivers, Ayo Ademiliyi, said the strike action is necessary to protest multiple extortion and violence harassment by members of the Lagos State Parks and Management Committee led by Musiliu Akinsanya, popularly known as MC Oluomo, in conjunction with law enforcement agency in the state. So, according to him, the drivers lose more than half of their income to the motor park boys through exorbitant levies in the garage and bus stop, whether or not they pick or drop passengers. He kicked against the formation of the Parks and Garage Committee, saying this was not backed up by the law. In his address, the national leader of the association, Comrade Akin Tade Abiodun, said the multiple levies on the joint drivers by the garage boys and law enforcement agents have led to increase in price of food items in Lagos compared with other states, as consignments into the state are heavily levied by carriage boys and touts who mount roadblocks on Lagos road to extort the drivers. Narrating one of the ugly incidents the drivers experienced in the hands of garage boys and touts, the General Secretary of the Association, Feyi recounts that a driver, Ademola Anishere, was seriously injured and his vehicle damaged by garage boys in Badagry about a month ago for failure to remit the early morning levies at one of the bus stops. Anishere was said to be coming out of his home to pick passengers when some garage touts swooped on him, and all his pleas that he was just starting the day work fell on deaf ears, and he was beaten black and blue while his vehicle was damaged. 70%, he said, 7% of our daily earning goes to the coffers of the garage boys and touts. From Badagry to Mile 2, we pay between 3,500 and 5,000 at 25 illegal tolls created by Motor Park Hoodlum, who collected from 200 to 300 per bus. From Seme Park, we pay 71 before the first trip, yet we forcefully pay levies at 25 illegal tolls on Federal Mass and Coastal Bus. We pay 12 on Federal Mass and Coastal Bus. We pay 12,000 naira and above on each trip from Okwafo to CMS, which include loading charges at various bus stops. From Ogijo to Ikorodu, we pay 5,500 and above, excluding garage ticket, which is 850 naira. Chairman ticket 1,007, King's levy 200, Itaoluwo 500, Ile-Epo about 200 and 900 naira for picking or dropping passengers. Red buses from Ikorodu to Oshodi pay 5,000, while bus flighting Yaba to Ikeja, K2 to Oyingbo and several other areas are forced to pay beyond their nose to avoid their vehicle being damaged. To make this matter was, the garage boys and touts have the backing of the state government to unleash terror on innocent drivers. We are the professional drivers, but garage boys and touts are making life unbearable for us. They are usually on the road with sticks, rod, pipes, and cutlass to snuff life out of innocent driver, he added. The chairman of the association, Okoyemi Sulaiman, urged the government to look into this yearnings of the drivers before it's too late. He said, "We are professional drivers, garage boys and touts are not licensed, but are battled, ready to cause chaoses on the road. We have reported them to the state government on several occasions, but nothing was done." So Ademuli listed the demand of the drivers to include scrapping of unlawful levies across the state other than that of the state government. The state government to prevent a proof that the parks and garage committee is backed by the law, and creation of more bus stops for Lagos transporter apart from the public bus rapid transit, which is the BRT. So checking this analysis, it seems the drivers are really trying to find a way to just get their head off from the illegal billing and extorting by the NURTW. Sometimes when we are in the bus, sometimes when we are going somewhere and we applied on a bus, the way you will see these touts, which are popularly known as agbero, the way they collect money from these people, from each garage to garage, have to pay a sum of money. Assuming you're coming from Oshodi, when you drop at PWD, you pay money. When you drop at the Keja, you do pay money again. Under bridge and Okaja and Abulegbe, like almost all bus stops, you definitely find a union guy there, collecting money from the drivers. So the drivers are saying they are the one actually working so hard to make earnings, to make living, but these guys are just on the road. They are just on the road exhausting them and just taking around 70% of what they've worked for in the day. When you work for around 100%, someone is taking 70%. That looks real unfair. So they are pleading to the federal government to please work on this and make sure that any money they are paying is going directly to the state government and not just to the chairmen of the park. So that's what we have for you. For you to subscribe to our channel. If you're a viewer, thank you so much.